It's late. The world is quiet, but your mind is loud. You're scrolling. It's a habit now, an automatic reflex. You see a friend from high school just got promoted. You see an influencer who looks like they've never had a bad day in their life. You see a stranger half your age making 10 times your salary. In the silence of your room, a heavy feeling begins to settle in your chest. It's not quite sadness, and it's not quite anger. It's a hollow sense of not being enough. We've all been there. It's the silent battle of comparison. We do it with our bodies, our bank accounts, our relationships, and our careers. We treat life like a giant leaderboard, and we're constantly checking to see how many people are ahead of us. But here's the terrifying truth. You can spend your entire life climbing that leaderboard and never actually feel happy, because comparison isn't a ladder. It's a treadmill. And today, we're going to talk about how to get off. To stop comparing, we first have to understand why we do it. It's not because you're shallow, and it's not because you're weak. It's because you're human. Millions of years ago, humans lived in small nomadic tribes. In that environment, social standing was everything. If you were the least productive member of the tribe, you were the first to be left behind. Comparison was a survival tool. It told you, hey, that guy is better at hunting than you. Watch him, learn from him, or you won't eat. Our brains are still running that ancient software, but there's a massive glitch. In a tribe of 50 people, you could realistically be the best at something. But today, thanks to the internet, your tribe is 8 billion people. The guy next to you is now a billionaire in Dubai or a fitness model in Los Angeles. Your brain is trying to protect you by comparing you to the top of the tribe, but the tribe is now too big to compete with. You are trying to win a game that has no finish line and no boundaries. We are the first generation in history that has to look at the best of humanity every single morning before we've even brushed our teeth. It's no wonder we feel exhausted. There's a psychological concept called social comparison theory. It suggests that we determine our own social and personal worth based on how we stack up against others. But in the digital age, we aren't stacking ourselves up against reality. We're stacking ourselves up against a curated image. Think about a movie. When you watch a blockbuster film, you're seeing the result of thousands of hours of editing, color grading, and special effects. You don't see the actors forgetting their lines. You don't see the green screens or the failed takes. Your life, your actual lived experience, is the behind the scenes. It's messy. You have bad hair days. You have moments of doubt. You have boring Tuesdays. When you compare your boring Tuesday to someone else's feature film vacation photo, you're making a mathematical error. You are comparing your internal mess to their external polish. Imagine if you saw the raw footage of that person you envy, the moments they felt lonely, the times they cried in their car, the debt they might be hiding. If you saw the full movie, you probably wouldn't want to trade lives anymore. Let's talk about the trap of better. We often think, once I get to that level, I'll be happy. Once I have that much money or that kind of body, I'll stop comparing. But comparison is a shadow. The faster you run, the faster it follows. If your self-worth is based on being better than others, your happiness is now a prisoner to their success. If they do well, you feel bad. If they fail, you feel a twisted sense of relief. Is that how you want to live? Do you want your peace of mind to be controlled by the actions of people who don't even know you exist? True confidence isn't walking into a room and thinking you're better than everyone else. True confidence is walking into a room and not having to compare yourself at all. It's the realization that someone else's light doesn't make yours any dimmer. The sun and the moon both shine, but they don't compete for the sky. They each have their time. So, how do we break the cycle? It starts with radical self-orientation. First, you have to audit your inputs. If you follow accounts that make you feel like your life is a disappointment, hit the unfollow button. This isn't about being sensitive, it's about being a gatekeeper for your own mind. You wouldn't let someone walk into your house and throw trash on your floor, so why let them do it to your brain? Second, shift from horizontal comparison to vertical progress. Horizontal comparison is looking left and right at your peers. It's distracting and draining. Vertical progress is looking at where you were yesterday. If you can say, "I am 1% more disciplined than I was last month," you have won. That is the only victory that is sustainable. Third, practice celebration over competition. When you see someone succeeding, try to be happy for them. It sounds cliché, but there's a selfish reason for this. When you celebrate someone's win, you're telling your brain that success is possible and abundant. When you resent their win, you're telling your brain that success is scarce and that there's not enough for you. At the end of your life, there will be no leaderboard. No one is going to stand at your funeral and read out your stats compared to your neighbors. The only thing that will matter is, did you live your life, or did you spend it trying to live a version of someone else's? The silent battle of comparison ends the moment you realize that you are on a solo mission. You have a unique set of cards, a unique starting point, and a unique destination. Stop looking at the other lanes. The water is fine in yours. Focus on your stroke. Focus on your breath. Focus on the journey. You are not falling behind. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now put the phone down and go build a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on a screen.